Now we have the start date and end date with us. Next, what we need to do, we need to display it as a text, and also in the calendar we want to display or select the whole week. So first, to display it as a text, let me have a label as week and then a span element with ID start, where we will display the start date, that is the week start date. Then I want to have a hyphen to separate the start date and end date. Then let me add one more span element with ID end. So we have the required span elements to display the start date and end date. Now these dates are displayed in a long date format, right? Let me save this and show you once again. Let me refresh. Let me select 17th. See, it is displayed like this: Saturday, March 20th. This is the end date. And the start date will be Sunday, March 14th, like that. So we want to display it in the format like dd/mm/YYYY. So how we can do that is, let me remove this. The date picker widget itself provide a format date. So first let me specify the format I want. So date format equals, I want it in dd/mm/YYYY. So this is the format I want, and let me access the span element with ID start so that I can specify the text for that. So $start dot text, which will set the text of the span element, and here I can specify $dot date picker dot format date. This is offered by date picker widget. If you want, here you can see. Let me try to find it out. Date. See, here is the date format. You just have to specify. This is a default, that is MMDDYY. If you want a different one, we need to specify that particular format, and we can use date format. So here, okay, here I have specified 4 Ys. We need only 2, I think. Let us check. So format date, and then I need to pass the format and then the value. So here the format is there in date format variable, and then I need to specify week start. That is the value to be formatted. Now let me save this and check the output. Let me refresh. Here we are seeing just week and space. Let me select 18. Okay, the starting is 14/3/2021. So it is getting displayed correctly. I think we can have some margin for this element because there is no gap between the date picker and also this text. So for the date picker, that is for week picker, let me specify style and #week picker, that is the div element. And for that, let me specify a margin of 10 px so that there will be a gap between the element and other elements. Let me save this. Let me refresh. Click 18. See, there is a gap. Now we are seeing the start date. Similarly, we can display the end date as well. So after this, let me access the second span element, which is having ID end. So $end, again dot text to set the text, and dot date picker dot format date in brackets date format, and then I need to pass week end. Right? Now let me save this and check the output. Let me refresh. Let me select 23rd. See, 21st and 27th. If I select 28th, 28/2 and 6/3. So the data is getting displayed correctly. Next, what we need to do, we need to select the whole week. That is, the whole week should be having the same style as this selected date. So for that, what we need to do is that before displaying each date, we need to check whether that particular date is within that selected week. That is, if we select 17th, we need to check whether all these dates are within this week. So how we can do that? Actually, before displaying each date, a particular function is called, that is before show day. So to check that, we are going to use before show day option. So this will return a function that will be called each time a date is displayed. So let me show you that. This is a before show day function. a function that takes a date as a parameter and return an array with 0. That is, the first parameter is true or false, indicating whether or not this date is selectable. 1. A CSS class name to be added, and 2. An optional pop-up tooltip. This function is called for each day in the date picker before it is displayed, which means this before show day function will be called each time each date is getting displayed. So what we are going to do is that if the date is greater than or equal to this value and less than or equal to this value, we are going to add a particular class name, and for all those elements having that particular class name, we will have the same style. So for that, we are going to make use of this before show day function. So before show day option. So let me add it after this on select. So it starts here and ends here. So after this, let me put a comma and write before show day. That is the name of the option. And let me specify function, open and close parenthesis, open and close curly braces. And this function is having date as a parameter. So let me pass date here. And we need to check if this date is greater than or equal to week start and less than or equal to week end. So let me have if date is greater than or equal to week start. What does that mean? It means that particular date is within this particular row. That is, the week start is this. So if 14 is greater than or equal to means it is here. 15 is greater than or equal to means this will be selected, like that. All these dates will be selected. So let me specify date is greater than or equal to week start and date is less than or equal to week end. For these dates, we need to set a CSS class. So we can set the same CSS class which is of this currently selected div element. So we can get it from UI date picker current day. That is the cell containing the selected day. So this is a class name for the cell containing the selected day. This is making the particular cell in that particular color. So here let me have where CSS class equal to an empty string, and if date is greater than or equal to week start and less than or equal to week end, then we can set CSS class to be this value. Let me copy that and paste it here. So here we have specified the CSS class name. Then we need to return the values. That is, here for the before show day option, the first one is true or false, indicating whether it is selectable or not. So it should be true. And then the second one is the CSS class name. And third one is an optional parameter. So what we need to specify? We need to specify return. We need to pass two values. So in square brackets, true, and then, here it should be CSS class. Okay, CSS class. So what will be returned for all those days in that particular week? The CSS class name will be UI date picker current day. And for all others, it will be an empty string. Next, what we need to do? We need to select all those elements having this class name. And for those elements, we need to set UI state active class so that they will be having the same look and feel of the currently selected element.